Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will learn about an agile process model. In the agile process model, we discussed that in this category of model, every time the changes are allowed and then we try to complete a particular work in a small task, right? And also multiple models comes under this category like dynamic system development model, adaptive software development model, right? And also the Scrum. But we will learn about this Scrum in this lecture. Most of the companies are following Scrum. See, Scrum is like a framework. Scrum is a framework which follow the agile modeling process. Okay. See, Scrum means it is based on an agile process model. Okay, in a Scrum, what happened basically, like this Scrum name, or it is this activity is derived from a rugby match, or it is this activity is occurs basically during the rugby match. Like later you will be able to correlate it easily. Now just check in this picture. You can see in this picture, if you know. So in the rugby match, we have total 2 teams, and each team we have 8 members, and then all the 8 members they arranged in a way like in the first row we have the 3 people, in the second row we have the 4, and in the last row we have the 1 people. So what happened basically when we say yes, okay, so they all 8 together, they put their head closes, and then after a time they will again come back, right? So what they are doing basically, they are taking decisions in the form of small packets, right? That the complete process, that the rugby match process is divided in the form of small like small, we can say the steps, or you can say like it your Scrum word is basically derived from that only, right? This Scrum, it is an agile process model, and this model is developed during the 1990s, right? And in this, see, basically what happened in this Scrum model, small working teams are organized, right? It also works on the principles of agile modeling. Okay, so in the agile we learn that we try to complete work in the form of a small team. So here small working teams are organized in a way so that we can maximize the communication, we can minimize the overhead, and also we can maximize the sharing of information knowledge, right? And the process like which we are following, it must be adaptable to both the technical and the business people, right? Frequent software increments are allowed. Development work and the people who work, those the development work and the people, those who are like communicated, or those who are having connection with your project, we try to complete those work and those small partition with the help of development team, and also with the help of who involved in our project in the form of the packets, right? We try to perform the constant testing and the documentation. We try to perform testing and the documentation as the product is built, right? And also like this Scrum, it provides the ability to declare a product done whenever required. Okay, because the company needs the cash, so because the user or the customer need the functions, and that was done when it is promised. So when you will deliver to them, definitely you will get the cash for that. So like regarding that Scrum, this Scrum follows our agile modeling process. Okay, it follows the agile modeling process. It allows us to build a softer software, you can say, or it also emphasizes the use of a set software process patterns that have like which have a very good impact, or if they are proven to be very effective for the projects with the tight timelines, with the changing requirements and the business like some critical issues also. So we will follow the agile modeling approach in a Scrum, and Scrum is a framework. Okay, now basically see this diagram first. this from this model we can like understand that it is following a waterfall approach, right? Because we are not having any connections here. It means like, okay, like this one connection is missed here. It means first you will perform the first task, and then after first task, it means this is there, you will perform in this way, then you will come here, then you will come here, then you will come to the deployment point. Okay, like the overall process is same. The term you can see they are differed, somehow the terms differ here, but this is basic waterfall model approach that we know. We have to follow the sequential approach, we have to follow the linear approach. Now come to this agile approach. In agile approach, we have feedback at each and every stage. You can take the input from here, you can take the input, so it means you are able to get the review after each and every stage, which we cannot perform with the waterfall model. Okay, so here if we are following the agile model approach, we will be able to understand, or we will be able to accept, adapt the changes occurring in the new environment easily, and we can also accommodate those changes with a low cost initially. So what is Scrum? Right, now start with the Scrum. In a Scrum, see, we have just seen in the previous slide, we have plan, build, test, review, and then deployment. Okay, we have 5 steps. In a Scrum, what we will do, in a Scrum, we will try to complete this in this way. Right, try to understand here just now. What we will do, we will first, suppose we are completing our process in 4 steps, right, in 4 steps. So what we will do, we will perform all the 4 processes in the first step, again all the 4 processes in the next step, and again all the 4 processes in here, and then again here. So what we are doing, basically we are performing the same task multiple times. Okay, plan, build, deploy, test, and then review, and then at the end we will deploy it. So you can also say, or we know what we call this, as we know this part, this we already know, this we call as a increments. If we are performing the same task and we are like delivering it in the form of, say, now initially we are giving the 2 functions, at the next stage we are giving again 2 functions, and again adding some more functions. So we call it like a we are generating something in the form of increments. It comes under the incremental model, we have learned already there. But in this, in agile terminology, we call, in this Scrum, we call this a sprint, right? We will call this as a sprint. So just remember, all, like we will perform all the tasks, plan, build, test, review, but we will not perform all the tasks together. First we will work on the one function, then on the next function, and then other. So each increment is known as a sprint. Okay, now you can see here, right, you can see here, this is your sprint 1, this is your sprint 1. Okay, this way you can say we are having total 4 sprints. What we are having total 4 sprint. So a sprint is nothing, you can say, also you can say in this way, it consists of work units that are required to achieve a requirement defined, or a defined requirement. We will learn more terms later, just try to understand now. Like a sprint is what? It is a unit of work that are required to achieve a requirement defined in the background, you can say, right, and that will be like fit into a predefined time box during, like, right. So this is the sprint. Now there is one more term that we use here, basically, that we call as a backlog, okay. So what is backlog? The backlog, it is a prioritized list of project requirement. Backlog is a prioritized list of project requirement. We all know very well that if we want to work on any project, we have to first collect the requirements. So definitely we will collect the requirements, and after collecting the requirements, what we are doing, we are creating a prioritized list. Yes, this functionality we required early, this we required later, right? or you can say, or it is a list of the features that will provide the business value for the customer. Okay. And yes, one more thing, that items, suppose you want to add something, so items can be added at the backlog at any time. That's why we are saying we are using this flexible framework, this flexible methodology, because if we want to add the requirements at during the later steps, we can easily add it. So backlog is nothing, backlog is just your requirement. Okay, so in the agile modeling process, we are learning about the Scrum, and the Scrum we have first learned about the backlog, and then we have seen about the sprint, right? And also see here, total we have 3 roles in here, right? We have 3 roles. Like first role, you can say it's a product owner, second role is Scrum master, third is team. Okay, so the product owner, right, he will have the information about the product. Like the product owner, he is having the ownership of that product, like he want that product exactly, right? So this is a first person. Second person is a Scrum master, that the Scrum master will deal with all the activities, like how to done with those activities on time. This is a responsibility of the Scrum master. And then the team who will work on it. Basically, with the help of the team only, you can complete that task. So the developers will be there, testers will be there, the person who will make the analysis, who will the designing, everyone will come under your team. The Scrum master will manage all this thing like a manager, and the product owner, like you can also call it like a business person who will have the complete information, or he is having the ownership of that product. And then artifacts, again the 3 artifacts come. Artifacts means what we will get as an output, we can say. So this is the product backlog. We have 3 artifacts here. Product backlog is nothing but the same as I told you, backlog is nothing but it's a priority list. It's a priority list, and like this priority list will show the priority of requirements and nothing. So you can say here it is a product backlog, and in this product backlog we will write that the first number this, to second this, third and fourth. Okay, so this is the product, this is called the backlog. Backlog means just an information, prioritized information, product. This is a sprint backlog. Sprint backlog means, now we know what is a sprint. Sprint means like at the each and every increment, as we have seen in the previous slide, that with each and every increment, like a plan, build, review, we call it like a sprint. Each and every release known as the sprint. Incremental release is a sprint. So this is the sprint backlog. It's the information about the sprint. And then this is a burn down chart. Burn down chart will show the progress. Okay, it will show the progress of our work. Burn down chart will show the progress of our work. Okay. So we have 3 artifacts, we have 3 roles: product owner, Scrum master and the team members. And regarding this, like this artifact, we have 3 artifacts, like what will come as the output. Now try to understand what happened basically in a Scrum. When we follow this approach, we are saying that the product backlog and all. So how we get the how we will get the requirement, how we will get the information from the user. So we get the information from the user in the form of user stories. User stories, like you can see, like we generally write it in this format, as like I need this so that this will be done, or this can be done. Just for example, as a registered user, right, suppose this is just for any website, you want to perform the login. So as a registered user, if this is the user story, user, like with respect to the user perspective, like what we want, what are the inputs will be there, what will be the output should be there, what are our requirements regarding that particular website and all, that we will write in the form of these stories. So see, as a registered user, like this is my role, this is my task, like I want to change my password so I can keep my account secure. Because of this, you want to perform this, and it is performed by this. Okay, similarly, as a website visitor, if I am a website visitor, I want to subscribe to the mailing list for the product, so I can get the product update through mail. Okay. Similarly, as an admin user, if you are admin user may be of different type. We are all talking about the user stories. The user may be anyone. Might be possible that he is going to play a role of admin, he will play a role of visitor only, or he will be a registered user. So at a admin user, I want to disable a user so I can prevent the unauthorized login by past employees. So in this you can create the user story. Sometimes this question is the question may also be asked in your interview, that what is a user story and how you will write the user story. If you are working on a project, a scenario is given, you are working on a website development team, right, and you are making a product for a particular, you are making a software for a e-commerce website. So there will be some registered persons, some visitors will be there, some admin users will be there. So you will write the story. Okay. Again, there are 3 ceremonies. Ceremonies means when you will meet, when you will communicate, when there is a get together. Okay, so this is known as the sprint planning. That there's time of sprint planning also you can say, but it's not a communication between the multiple peoples. You can also call it like the sprint meetings, we can say. Okay, this is daily scrum. This activity is performed daily, right? Daily. If suppose our project is of, say it's a 120 days project, just for example, so what you will do, daily you will perform this activity. And then again, sprint review. Sprint review means whatever the task you have taken, you will a team will be there, and in that team you all will communicate with each other, and you will just review it whether all the work performed on that particular sprint is correct or not. So these are the people, or these are the terms involved in this scrum. So what we discussed till now, we discussed about what is the backlog. What is the backlog? Backlog is just a priority list. We discussed about the sprint. A sprint is an incremental release, we can say. We have 3 roles here: product owner, we have a scrum master, and we are also having a team here. We discussed about the 3 artifacts also. What are those artifacts? First artifact was say you can say product backlog, and then sprint backlog, and again the burn down chart. That is your timeline chart, and that timeline chart will show your progress. Or also you can say here we have 3 ceremonies, when we required some meeting, that will start. And also this is the complete view of your scrum, right? This is the complete. Now we know the terminologies. Okay, now we know the terminologies. Just try to sum all the terminologies, that how it will work basically, right? So see here, if we are following any scrum approach, what you will do, first you will, after communicating with the customer, you will prepare a catalog, you will prepare product catalog. Okay, then after product catalog, what you will do, you will do the planning. Sprint planning means what? See, here you will do the planning, that you know the list of activities this you have to perform. So when you will perform which activity, how long it will take to complete that particular activity and all. Then after considering all these things, what you will do, you will again divide it into a form of sprint backlogs. It means you will, might be possible that what you will do, you will club the 2 or 3 and you will make it one. You will club 2-3 requirements and then you will make it a one, that you can see, suppose 25 requirements are there, so for all the 25 requirements you will not create the 25 sprints. Okay, you will not take each and every problem individually. In place of it, what you will do, you will just club up the 4 or the 5 requirements, and then for those 4 or 5 requirements, you will try to provide that requirement in a first release, and then in a second release, and the third release and all. Okay, so this way we will try to give. So this and after this we will prepare this sprint backlog. So this is a sprint backlog. Then after this, what we are doing, we are working on a sprint basically. Now we will take one sprint. Then in this sprint, each and every sprint will take only 1 to 3 weeks. No more than 3 weeks are allowed. The time that is required to complete it, it's a 1 to 3 week. You can also call it okay, and then 20 days you can also say, that 28 to 30 days will require here. And then after this, what you will do, after this work, you will, like when you will perform this sprint task, you will daily perform this scrum. You will daily see the progress of your employee. You will daily you will perform this meeting. Like in this meeting you will not call in everyone, but if suppose in this team he is a team leader, so the team leader will definitely come and discuss about it. Then after this, what you will do, potentially shippable product will be ready, because after this you have built something, and then you can deploy it. Then but before deployment, what you will do, you will make a meeting, right? And you will make a proper meeting, you will take a review, and according to the review you will perform the changes. So this is all about what is Scrum. So you can see here, this is Scrum. In this Scrum, in place, what we are doing, we are like prioritizing something. You will make a priority, you will prepare a list of priority requirement, and then you will make a planning on it. Then after planning, you will make a sprints. After sprints, backlog, like again the document, like the user stories you will create here. And then after this, yes, might be possible that when you have collected the requirements and you prepared a product backlog, during that time you have not each and everything in the form of stories. Okay, so here you will create the simple multiple documents, and according to the user also you can create the sprint, like what will be the responsibility of the admin, what will be the responsibility of the visitor, the task performed by the admin. This way you can do. And then the sprint, we will perform the task only for 1 to 3 weeks we will take to complete it, and every day we will perform this scrum. Now your product is ready. After, like when your product becomes ready, you will perform a review process, and according to review changes. Okay, and this is also a same thing. This representation is different. So now you can also, now here you can see the role of everyone. Okay, we know what is a product backlog. So for the product backlog, who is responsible? Product owner is responsible. Product owner is responsible, and he will help you. He will be responsible for creating a product backlog. Okay, then the sprint backlog we are performing this sprint one and everything. So here, like when you are preparing this sprint backlog, you can see here as a user story. This is a simple story, which story you are going to implement now. So a scrum master is here. This is the task of scrum master. Now again we have the multiple people when you will deal with this sprint. So in this sprint, what you will do, here you are having the team, you are having the complete scrum team. This team will work on it, and then your product shippable format is ready. So like when your product is ready, what you will do, you will perform the review here, and again after retrospective means, like what you will do here, you will take here the progress of your properly. You can see the chart here, like the continuous improvement in the customization, and you can perform this sprint retrospective activity here. Okay, so this is all about the complete one. Now take this real life example. Okay, just take the first example as a cooking crew. Just think in your mind for some seconds. Just think in your mind what we will do here. Okay, fine. In cooking crew, just for example, suppose we are having a restaurant, right? We are I am the owner of the restaurant, and we all are familiar with the restaurant. So we know how many roles we have. We have total 3 roles: product owner, scrum master, and the scrum team in this complete scrum process. Like in this complete agile process, like under this scrum one, we have the 3 roles. So just try to understand with this. See, if we are talking about the this one, say cooking crew, and we are taking the example of this, what we call it, like a restaurant. So what we will have? We will have our shift manager. We will have our shift manager, and then what he will do, who started every dinner rush. We had our shift manager who started every dinner rush shift, right? Shift manager is there who will deal with all the people, rush. Suppose in today we are having too much rush, and tomorrow it's very less crowd. So shift manager, what he will do, like every dinner rush, right? Every dinner rush shift, or you can call it like a sprint. So according to the people, see what you will do, a manager is there, and according to the people, like suppose today only 20 people are there, so I don't want so what type of food we will prepare, and like which menu we can offer to them. So what he will do, that the shift manager, he will do a quick meeting, or you can also call it like stand up meeting, which include an overview of what was going to be happening during the shift, okay, such as testing a new way for us to answer, carry out phone calls before the third ring, and also at this time everyone shared what risk they are undertaking and all, right? So when you're talking about this, so you can see like there are some person who will, product owner is, who will become the product owner. Product owner is like the restaurant owner, okay, restaurant owner is the product owner. Then scrum master, who is the scrum master? Scrum master is a shift manager. Scrum master is shift manager. What shift manager will do? Shift manager will see each, like which task we have to perform, how we have to perform, according to the rush today we will manage all the things, okay, according to the rush we will manage all the things. And also then there will be a team, we can say, because the instruction will be given by the scrum master and the shift manager, and then each and every one working in that restaurant, they come under a team, like which will help to execute their task, and then the scrum master will also be there who will guide, okay. So you can say there will also be a team leader every time. Its shift manager is there. Shift manager, you can also, sometimes you can say the shift manager is like a product owner. Sometimes I'm not saying every time, you can say that the shift manager is a product owner. And then suppose we are having the 5-6 teams. 5-6 teams means one team is dealing with the food, one is dealing with the other facilities. So you may have the scrum master, the team leader, you can consider it like a scrum master also. And then what we will do, and suppose the shift manager is there. So for example, I am working on a morning shift, so there will be some goal for me, so you can call those goal as a sprint goals, like, right, some goals are there, and then for some goals you have to prepare a plan, so you can call it like a sprint planning, okay. Like goal is like getting the food, for example, which were agreed upon the beginning of the week when the schedule has been and all. So you have to also prepare the sprint planning. Sprint planning means what? Sprint planning, it means, suppose I am preparing the schedule for this week, and I am the shift manager, I am preparing the schedule for this week. So in this week, who will come today, who will come tomorrow, and if you will come today, so what will be the menu and all. So we will also do the planning and all. And then after doing the planning, definitely we will have a review, like some changes are required, is it going correctly or not. So in this way you can see that the cooking crew example is related with this scrum. How it is related with this scrum? Again, try to understand how it is related with this scrum. Here we have product owner. Product owner, you can say like shift manager, okay, shift manager. Then you have multiple teams. The people who are working in those teams, you can call like a team members. And then one is left, who is that? He is a scrum master. So team leader, you can call it like a scrum master. Now what you will do, you have to prepare some goals, like shift manager, the morning shift, evening shift, to each and every manager, that the shift manager, he will have some goals. And so for completing those goals, what you have to do, you have to plan something. You can call it like a sprint planning. After planning it, you have to perform the task. You will perform a sprint, and then you will review it, whether it is whether you are able to execute it correctly or not, and then you will deliver that particular thing. This way you can say, this is the one example. Similarly, another example is a sand volleyball team, and also the last one is a honey to do list. Honey to do list, it means, see, you can see sometimes what we do basically when we get up in the morning, we try to make a list, like this is the list, I will do this task today. Okay, so I am the owner, I am the product owner, that I am making the list that I will do this task today, right? And then what I am doing basically, during the initial stage, I am creating a product backlog. I am creating a product backlog, and in the product backlog, what we are doing, I am here prioritizing everything, like I am according to my priority, like which task I want to perform first, like so on the basis of that, what I will do, I will create a list. I will create a priority list, and after that priority list, what you will do, might be possible that two of the tasks I can complete together. So I will do some planning. And after the planning, I will execute it. So the person who is involved with me in during the execution, you can say, yes, suppose some people are working under me, I want to get the work with this maid, I want to get the work with this maid, so all the maids will come under my team member, like they are the team member, they will complete it, and then after the completion, I will at the end I will check, yes, whether like this work is completed or not completed. So I will make list again. List means I will again take a review of it, like how many tasks are completed, whether I am able to complete the task on time or not. And all the task, it would not be very long task, it's a very small task. So this way you can correlate it. So nowadays in the company, the people are like, the main motto or the main goal to teach you about this scrum is why scrum and why this real life and all. The people are following the scrum methodology. Scrum methodology means changes are involved, and then the people are working according to the priority of the user. And the terms used here are what? Product backlog, sprint planning, burn down chart. We have total, what we have total 3 roles here. We have 3 ceremonies or 3 get-togethers here. We add 3 artifacts here. So these are the term which comes under this scrum. If someone asks you what is a scrum, why you are following this scrum methodology, so scrum is a method, like scrum is a framework which is based on agile modeling process, right? It follows that the agile modeling, and then when you will follow this, we try to develop a software in less time and with the more customer requirement. We work in a small teams, and then we also try to give the product in the form of increment, so that user can get the earlier idea, and also we can say we will have the review and all, and we can get the money for that small part also. Okay, this is all about the scrum. Thank you.